Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Life here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Yes, the new DLC expansion is now out, and Nintendo got in touch and they were like, Alex, do you want to have a look at it and we'll sponsor the video? And it's like, I was gonna play the game anyway. So big thanks to Nintendo for sponsoring this video. I'm wearing my most appropriately Monster Hunter-y shirt that I own. I mean, it's got leopards on it. Leopards hunt. But anyway, that's more than enough waffling. Let's dive right into things. So here we are in the new hub, Elgato, or Elgato. I don't know how it's pronounced per se. And as you can probably already tell, I've already played the game a little bit. I know when it comes to these sponsored videos, I try and go in blind, but Monster Hunter's the sort of game where, really, I want to be able to showcase it to you. You know, I want to be able to show you the new stuff, and that requires some progression. So I've done some progression. So I'm going to hop over here. We're going to start off by taking a look. Yeah, as you can see, I've just unlocked the Garangolm mission, which we will do. But I'm going to start off... Yeah, I know I've got some optional subquests. I'm good at those. Always do optional subquests. They get you some armor spheres. But first, we're going to have a go at a follow a collab quest, which means going along with an NPC and having a go. That's not the one I meant. Here we go. We're going to do Operation Blood Orange Bisharton, or Bisharton. This is the problem when they never really say the names out loud, although I think they did in this instance. But we're going to have to do this, and support surveys allow you to select a follower to come along with you. And I have no idea who I'm going to choose. We got Fiorane, she's pretty cool. Luchica. Bowgun. I use a horn. Let's do it. Oh, I can choose... You can choose two. Okay, we're choosing both of them then. It's a party. I'm not even sure I've done... Have I done Madango? I don't think I've done Madango. You get to see the new Dango animation as well, and it is... Oh, yeah. I mean, well, let's just watch it first. Am I going to use the new hopping skewers? I'm going to use the new hopping skewers and a Dango ticket. I want that slugger level 4. Is that not the most tremendous thing you've ever seen? Now, I do question the necessity of having a train, presumably steam-powered, in such a small location with a centralized population, but it's cute. That's the most important thing. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I've got all the items that I need, because I quite often forget. Thankfully, you can do all that. Okay, I need to get over some Mega Potions. That last one was a bit of a doozy. So just to be clear, I've already done this mission before, but it's something that I want to show you. It's one of the new variations, although I didn't do it in this location, but I have already fought this monster. So let's get a good look at it. It's that one there, so we might as well fast travel. Subcamp 2. This is a variation on the Bisharton, or Bisharton. I genuinely don't know how it's pronounced. And it's the Blood Orange variant, which refers to its colour, not what it throws, which I assumed when I first saw the name. Because the Bisharton famously throws fruit at you that does all manner of things. This one doesn't so much, well, it technically is fruit. It throws pine cones at you. Oh, I'm going to get that marionette spider, that's a newie. But these pine cones, they explode. Well, they explode. They're incendiary, I suppose. Sometimes they don't explode per se, but there are fireballs going on. I'm just going to give it a big whack to start with, and yeah, it does that thing. Get out of the way quickly. Now, if you know, sort of, as with all Monster Hunter games, every monster is a marathon, not a sprint. So you won't be seeing the whole thing because, good lord, there you go. You already see the pine cones taking their effect. It's been a long time since I've had to commentate what I'm doing in Monster Hunter, and it usually requires quite a bit of concentration, so I might not be doing as well as I would do normally. Let's use... Oh, yes, right on the schnoz. Let's get some good few hits in here. Okay, now that it's back up, I'm actually going to use my swap skill. So I changed the blue scroll, and I've actually got different moves on there, as you can probably see from the icons down below. They won't be there all the time. I've got it set to dynamic, and I accidentally just changed back out of habit. But the different moves that I have on here, one of them is a standard move, but it doesn't do as much damage as the one that I'm used to using. Melodic Slap does less damage, but more likely to stun the opponent. And when you're in a team of people, that is invaluable. Absolutely invaluable. And it's the sort of thing that I probably wouldn't have considered in the base game. Just because if I'm going to go for anything, I'm going to largely rely on DPS. But with the ability to swap between them now, oh god, get away from those! I can swap between the two moves on the fly. And that is... Okay, I'm going to grab that. And I'm going to see if I can... I'm meant to change that off. As a Silkbind technique, I meant to swap it out for another one, but I forgot. Because I'm just not as familiar with this. And I'm not doing a lot of damage. You know what? Let's keep things simple. Go back to that. Hey, I've got Ponchki here as well, of course. Ponchki is my Palamute named after my cat, who I believe is currently sleeping down there right now, but I can't see him because he's hidden. And if you're wondering why I named a dog after a cat, I had to name it something. Whamma-jamma. One thing that I really like about these variants, and I've already got paralysis on him, I basically go for all stunning all the time. I've got a paralysis horn, it's blunt, I attack the head, I try and get Dango Slugger when I can. I'm all about just disabling the enemy and buffing my teammates, and dealing as much damage as possible. I try and dance between those different ideas. But one of the things I genuinely like about the... oh, crikey. One thing that I really like about these variants is that it's familiar and yet different at the same time. Like, you go up against a Bishartan like this and you sort of think, okay, and you need to be wary of certain things. It kind of switches it up. It keeps you on your toes because some things are the same, and then sometimes it's just going to breathe blinking fire at you, which a normal Bishartan do not do. Cobweb should heal me at some point, but I'm not going to rely on that. Cobweb's my Palico. She is a healer, because I think that's the best thing for a Palico to be. Many different people who will argue contrary to that, because it's Monster Hunter and there's about 4 billion different schools of thought when it comes to optimizing and making things the best they can be, min-maxing and stuff like that. I'm bouncing a bit. I'm on green, but I'm going to quickly... I do have the Marionette Spider. I might save that. And try and get him in a trap. Do I have a trap? I don't have a trap, do I? Knickers! I forgot to do the full loadout. That's okay. That's okay. I'm still going to use the Marionette Spider because I really like it. Come here, you. Over here. Wah! And make him go a tumble. I say he. Monster Hunter has a lot of lady monsters. Like the Rathian. You know you want to get trapped. That's what all the cool kids are doing. Come on. There we go. Now we're cooking on gas. And... Infernal Melody! Now we can really start dealing some damage. And apparently somebody's slaying some small monsters as well. Always a bonus. That's why you do the optional subquests. It's free. It's free! There's a... I think there's a Demo Hermitor on this map as well at the moment. I wonder... Howdy, friend! How would you like to become my Wyvern mount? I've got a horrible feeling I'm really far too far away to do this properly. Yes, now I need to work out how to get to the location I want. Oh, I can't even highlight the Bishartan right now. Ah! Oh, climby, climby. Oh, I like that. Come on, Daimo Hermitor. Come on. There it is. Haha. Come back here, sunshine. Oh. Now, this is... I still really like the Wyvern riding a lot. I'm more used to it now, but it still feels like a real treat when it happens, you know? Let's see if I can get one more strong attack in there. And then Mounted Punisher. Oh, come on, wait. Did it work? Oh. Yes, it did! I just apparently wasn't allowed to be part of it. That's fine. I think I would have, like, in real life, completely died if I'd done that. I know I require healing! Oh! There we go, that's better. Breathe a tiny bit easier now. Ah! Oh, got too big for my boots. Happens to the best of us. Oh, looks like it's having a scuffle with a Volvidian. Or Volvidon. I'm never sure whether I'm accidentally putting in extraneous syllables when it comes to monsters' names. I'm going to quickly nab those materials. Just because I don't want to forget about them. Oh, good lord! You cheeky sod. I'll just go through this. Oh, it just despawned. I have to do the old Rolly technique. I remember those from my Monster Hunter 3 days. Keep it up. Genuinely didn't even see my health go down then. I was doing fine before I started recording. Well, that was really poorly timed. I ended up using one of my Silkbind techniques just as he roared, so it cancelled it, and now I don't have any wire bugs charged. I'm not going anywhere near it until I can get a bit more. The stamina is not doing well. Quickly go for some steak. And you know what? Let's mitigate things again. Armor skin. Demon drug. We should be golden. If I use my Infernal Melody, I'll get even more buffs. Quickly use self-improvement. Come on. Now we're talking. Although I daren't let myself get this low! Good lord. This isn't even like a high-level monster. And I'm a little bit... I think I'm a little tiny bit under-leveled for what I should be doing. Only slightly. But, like, I need to use some more armor spheres and stuff like that. Upgrade my armor. I could do with a more powerful weapon. It's not doing a huge amount of damage, but I like the paralysis a lot. And I just don't have the materials to get anything better right now. But I still reckon we can do it. Oh, nicely done. Use a flash bomb. Make it drop those pine cones. I think I missed out on a lot of my Infernal Melody, but it's okay. We'll crack on. We'll manage it, I'm sure. I'm going to completely err on the side of caution because I do not want to fail this. I've already done one of these, Bishartan, as I mentioned at the start. But just letting your guard down just one too many times can have such a detrimental effect, and that was terribly aimed. I wonder whether I can quickly have a go at this Volvidon. I keep on calling it a Volvidian. A Volvidon. Yes! Now we go. This is going to hopefully turn the battle in my favor. Where are you? There's the Hermitor. That might be beneficial to me as well. Could really do with another wire bug. But I'll deal with this as I have it. Come on. Come on. There's a lot happening right now. We've got plenty of time to get the Mounted Punisher out, so let's do another strong attack. And now Mounted Punisher. Alright, so I can ride the Volvodon going like that. But a Hermitaur going up and down? Crackers. Mad to even consider it. Oh, imagine the G's you'd experience from that. It's just as well this is a fantasy game. I quite like the follow quest. It's a bit like playing online, but you're still kind of more in control because, well, I say online, you can do local as well. Multiplayer. It's very similar in some ways. Oh, yes! Now that was a very palpable hit. But it's, at the same time, you've got a bit more control. If you want to capture the target rather than slay it, you can. And your teammates will adhere to your wishes. Which doesn't always happen online, admittedly. Which is fair enough. It's, you know, oftentimes difficult to communicate. So much information going on the screen. But, you know, it's just nice as an alternative. It's got to be nearly there. It's got to be nearly there. It's not limping yet. And we haven't got the icon saying that it's weak. I don't even have a trap though, do I? So I'm gonna... I'm gonna go... Where's it going? It's going up there. Okay, I'm gonna go to this sub-camp then. Rathians appeared! Let me see if I can... Oh, I didn't even need to start doing that. It was already in a rideable state. That's so cool. Oh, I do like riding Rathians like this. Not as good as a Rathalos, I must admit, because the Rathalos flies, and that's always good value. Yes. Come on. We're making absolute mincemeat of you. And now Mounted Punisher. Hey, it's weak! I don't know how long ago that happened. It may have happened a while ago. Let's quickly... Bit... Yes! I always prefer to capture when I can, because one, it's a little bit quicker. Two, you sometimes get different rewards, which is interesting. And also, every time you capture, it's a little bit quicker to get back. Because I'm never completely sure. Oh no! I need more time! There's parts! Oh no! I was about to explain that it's kind of like it's a trade-off because you get less time in the field after the hunt. So, you know, sort of, you don't hang around as long if you don't know what to do, if there's nothing to do. You just get right back into it. But, you do... Oh, good. Great googly moogly. I'm more than happy with that. Let's take all of that. Even though I died twice, I got loads of stuff there. I'm well chuffed. Before we get into fighting the Garangon, which is one of the new monsters in this expansion, I'm just going to have a little nosy around here, because as you can see, I've got quite a few speech bubbles telling me to speak to people. And I'm not going to look at all of them, but I haven't actually given, like, a good, like, deep look around the area. And I'm quite keen to do that. And it is a fun, very different feeling to Kimura. What does Pingarth the Sailor want? He goes, yo ho ho. He's a sailor, all right. Break up this monotony with a quest. He's just going to give me a quest. Ooh. That's Rathian and Bishartan. Bishartan. Ooh, Rowan the Sailor. I love the felines who are sailors. I love their little hats. How can you not like that? Oh, ho, ho, ho. What do you got for me? Ooh, that's an old Wyverian right there. Oh, yeah, I like the cahoots. Oh, photograph 3 cahoots. Oh, I've not even been into my room now that I think about it. You can do pretty much everything outside. Oh, it's like a little captain. I got a housekeeper again. Aww. New housekeeper. He's adorable. I was wondering if he'd be here. Fukushigi the informant. It's got a different setup now. It is I, Fukushigi the informant, at your service. He's a lot more relaxed in this one. I'll spill the tea on Elgado's second dirty secret. Dame Fiorane is really crazy for anything cutesy. That's right, Admiral Gallius's courageous second in command. She'd never admit it, but she's as soft as a kitten. My probing has revealed that her quarters are stuffed full of toy monsters and animals. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly sensible. You should see my bed. By my whiskers, wasn't that juicy? I'll have some fresh tea ready after your MR has agreed. Oh, it's the little details that I love in games. And the big ones. If I can get anywhere by wire bugging. Oh, well, I can stand on these canopies. That's probably going to annoy someone. Probably the person who designed the canopies. I can't get up there, can I? I'd be very surprised. Colour me very surprised. There's what's going to be out here? Is there anything out here? Is there a Kahoot hiding a boot? A Kahoot a boot. Can I go down there? It's not letting me. There's an invisible wall there, probably for safety reasons. I'm genuinely pleased. I had no idea I'd be able to get up here. I don't even know if there's anything to do up here. I just like being able to just go around stuff. Just makes the world feel a bit more alive. Ah, shortcut! Right, that's enough musing around. Let's eat a meal. And I'm going to do the hopping skewers, which kind of, well, you can see, level 2 for everything. Level 4, but lower activation chance if I take off the Dango ticket, obviously. It kind of just like min-maxes, but then you use a Dango ticket, and it becomes supremely overpowered. I love it. Animation. You know, I tried making Dango a few times, and I didn't do exceptionally well. I just couldn't get it right. It was all kind of sticky. I'd love to learn how to proper, right? It's an urgent quest. Ignore the Chameleos one. I've never got around to that one. Hunter Garangom. I've got a horrible feeling this isn't going to go especially well, and I may have to, click some joints and things. I may have to go online and get some assistance from other people, which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do. If I really don't do well, that's what we'll do. And you'll get a look at that as well, because I really do think the joint request system is one of the best. I've not been to the Citadel yet. I've forgotten that because I did it in a preview. I really like the join request system because it allows you to get some assistance if you need it, or just play multiplayer if you prefer to play multi-hunter, multiplayer, and particularly if you use a hunting horn like I do. A lot of the buffs not so much go to waste, but I think it's better to be able to share the love a bit more. Ooh. Do like the look of the Garangolm. Oh dear.
Docile and innocent at first glance.
You are going to regret that, I'm sure.
If it's disturbed from its peaceful desires, pure anger becomes pure strength. As its power grows, so does its ire.
Something fire? Oh no. I thought it would rhyme. Maybe I'll rhyme the next line.
It's already too late to realize that this creature's desires are not to be trifled with.
Nope, I was wrong. But look at that. Now that's a monster. Not to say the other monsters in this game aren't monsters. Run away, squiggles! I look a little bit like a Garangolm, actually. This is using layered armor. Oh, of course, Fiorane's here. That should make things a little bit more reasonable.
Finally, one of the three lords. This is sure to be a royal pain.
A royal pain indeed. There's the boy. I'm wondering if I should get some more endemic life, but...
I have an awful feeling about this. That
yeah.
must be close.
I got my butterflame. Hee
Garangolm was docile.
Okay.
How did it act this way?
Yeah, Garangolm and docile. Look at it. This is an exception. This tickled me. Wah! I managed to find a Garangolm in the preview that I did, and great googly moogly. Okay, let's heal up right away. Oh, and Cobweb's trying to heal me. Could have saved a mega potion, but you know what? Sometimes it's good to be sure. Oh, good lord! It's absolutely rinsing me. You see, with the variants, you know some of their moveset at the very least, and you know their weak points and things like that. And yeah, there may be some variation, but a lot of it is going to be similar, if not the same. More likely to be similar than the same, but still. Whereas a completely new creature, it's just... oh, it's a little bit overwhelming. Come on. That was a bad mistake. Crikey. Really does love those rocks, doesn't it? Okay, I don't have any wire bugs at all. Now I've got one. That's what I prefer. I'd never like getting into a conflict, like a bout without a single wire bug. I always like to have more than one, but one just allows you to dash away like that, which can be absolutely life-saving. I'm not even going to use a wire bug to get in. His tail is not weak to blunt. Oh, good lord! I think I'm going to need some help for these because I don't have the right weapons, and I haven't done any grinding for any materials yet, so I don't have a good weapon. Oh lordy! I mean, I know this is master rank. It's all meant to be hard, really hard, but you never quite know how hard until you actually come up against something properly new. Sure. Come on, Volvidon. Yes. Oh, hang on. No, I'm riding the Garen Golem. This thing's big. Just going to run it into walls as per set menu. Run. No, that counts. I'm on green and I'm just bouncing off. I need more sharpness range. I need now. I know I've got 2 more attempts left, but I think for the sake of brevity and for the sake of interest in the video, maybe I'm gonna go and do some multiplayer. Absolutely no shame in turning back when you know you're only going to have a rough time. I'm just returning to Ilgado, and it'll all be fine. We'll take it out with some other people. As much as anything, more targets for the Garen Golems. It's not going to constantly be having a go at me, which will be nice, won't it? I could use a different weapon. I do like using a heavy bowgun occasionally, but I'm really most proficient with a hunting horn, so I think an enemy that I'm really struggling with, maybe I should, err on the side of caution. I'm just going to check to see whether I can make anything better. That's not better. Ooh, it's a tricky one. I think we're going to have to stick with what we've got, but I am going to upgrade my armor. In fact, you can see the armor that I'm actually wearing. In fact, I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, so that's the armor I'm actually wearing. It's a bit of a mishmash, but it's the skills that I wanted. I went with a mixed armor set in order to maximize the skills that I wanted. Things like stun and paralysis and things like that. Things that are really going to be useful for a hunting horn. But visually, I mean, it's okay, but not really my cup of tea. So I did some layered armor. And now I look like this, which I think is a darn sight cooler. Okay, I'm fed. I just need to restock my supplies. There we go. And now, to respond to somebody's request to hunt the Garen Golem. Here we go. Lucky life found. I'll leave them to it. Yeah, the Citadel is, I can't use Ponchki. He's not here. Incidentally, because this comes up every time, Ponchki is Polish and it means donuts. We thought it was cute. My partner's half Polish, and I think Fat Thursday was around the time we were looking at getting cats, and we thought Ponchki was a nice name. I know it's technically the plural, but It's, you know, shut up. Got and gone. Oh, Fioraine still is here as well. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna not entirely focus on buffing, but I'm gonna make sure that everyone is nice and buffed. Because that's part of my whole shebang as a hunting horn dude. Off you go. Let's see if I can get some... Oh, just about glanced. Yeah! Oh, does this count as water? Standard potion will do, but even that tiny amount of health that I've lost, given what it did to me in solo, I'm not willing to risk. Ah! Good lord! It hits like a tank! I'm wondering if I should look around for some endemic life, but I don't know this area. I'm already glancing off it. Oh, paralyzed! Just realized. Come on, let's get some nice silkbind damage on it. A bit more. How? I am not ready for this. I knew these were going to be hard. I've already fought some of them, but that was with, like, much more leveled up character in an enclosed environment with Capcom. To actually do it with my character and... Good lord! It's genuinely terrifying. It's at the very least... Get some nice perks for everyone. There we go. Now, I'm just going to keep a much, much closer eye on my health. I think I'm going to have to focus on its midsection more, which is not ideal for a blunt weapon, although... Is its tail weak? It looks broken. Is its tail weak to blunt? If so... Oh... I don't like it whenever the camera pans out like that. It's just like, oh god, you're in danger.
There's so much to
Ooh.
investigate. Let's hurry up and finish this.
Bit of a risk, but I think it's worth it. Get out of there! Such a slow move. Put yourself in so much potential danger. It's not weak to it. Maybe it was just the that particular move, perhaps. Hang on, I assume she wasn't talking to me, because I really don't need healing. For the first time in my life, I don't need healing. At least the first time in this fight, perhaps. Oh, no, 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 no. Not even going to let myself get that low. After what it did to me before, I'm not taking any major chances. I'm going to chip away at its health. I'm not going to be doing as much damage as I'd like. But I'm going to be doing some, and I'm going to be supporting... Get out of there! And I'm going to be supporting my fellow hunters. And I think, given my rank and given what I've got, that's as much as I can offer. I could lay traps and stuff. I should have come here with barrel bombs and stuff like that. No, missed. You know I'm going to lay a trap. Dare I lay it directly underneath it? That's probably a terrible idea. Do it here. More likely to turn around. Come on. It's a pitfall, so it's going to be a bit slower. Yes! Take this! Come on. Infernal. He got out of that so quickly! Is he enraged? I don't know what the signs are for him when he's enraged. He looks pretty angry. I mean, I would be too. I can't say I blame him. Or her. I'm not riding it, am I? Oh, thank goodness. I didn't want the pressure. What more can I do? I suppose just buff people. There's no endemic life here that would be able to be... that would be able to help. Come on. I suppose if I'm going to... We did it! Okay, I must have come in right towards the end. I can't wait to be able to take one of those out solo. It's been tranked. Ah, that explains it. The shock trap and everything. I'm really looking forward to taking one of those out on my own. But I wanted to show you beating it in multiplayer. And that shows if you're really struggling with a monster. Admittedly, I only had one go. This was for demonstration purposes, ideally. Cutscene! This could be classed as spoilers. But if you are really struggling with a particular monster, you can go online using this simple system. You don't have to search for a room and then convince people that's what you want to do. You just say, hey, I want to do this and I want to do it with other people. And I genuinely think that's one of the best additions in Rise. And Sunbreak, when you've got things like Garen Golms, it's even more welcome. There's a lot happening right now. But there you have it. That was just a glimpse at what Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak has to offer. Loads of new monsters. I mean, you saw the Garen Golem. That's like the first completely new monster I've seen, and I've been playing for hours so far, and it is absolutely terrifying in the best possible way. And I know that there is more to come, and I'm simultaneously terrified and supremely excited. You've also got the new hub world, you've got the new story to go with it as well, which, you know, I like the story of Monster Hunter Rise, don't get me wrong, but this really feels like it's taking up another level, which is great. Great new characters as well. Like, there's one character, won't name him, but he's like, he's the best. If you want to learn more about Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, then make sure you check out the link in the description where you can indeed learn more. Massive thanks once again to Nintendo for sponsoring this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you absolutely decimate that subscribe button, then find out there's an even bigger subscribe button and get absolutely clobbered by it. And be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye bye.